Thanks for locking in with 77 Flavors of Chicago. We're your hosts, Dario.
And I'm Sarah, and I hope you're ready to learn with us.
Today we're talking about Peerless Confection Candy?
No, just Confection Company.
Okay, Peerless Confection Company.
Yeah.
We're going to learn today.
We're going to learn today.
I'm finna learn.
You are.
Man, look.
You're tired?
Yeah, your boy's tired. How y'all doing, by the way?
We haven't asked in a while.
Yeah, no. I've really been caring.
Damn.
No. I'm just playing. I care about y'all. Some of y'all.
Guys, can you believe that, like, however many years ago, I can't do math, was the Chicago fire, like, a week before the fire?
Yo, that's right. It is a week before the fire.
Flyer.
It should be sent up.
Damn.
Damn, yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you ever think of, like, what were people doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, actually.
No, I know, but, like, I know we are.
Yeah.
Next week's
But
episode.
what were they doing?
Spoiler. Next week's episode's about the fire.
Yeah. That is crazy, though.
But, I think of like, the people in Pompeii, like,
yeah,
before a disaster.
Vesuvio? Like, what is the mountain is Vesuvio, right?
The volcano.
Yeah. It's a mountain. I'm not all the way wrong.
You're not all the way wrong.
Yeah.
But we're off of a kind of a busy weekend. Mine was super busy. I was at Chicago Gourmet all weekend. Was eating and dancing and
Sarah went to three fucking events.
Four.
Oh, my bad.
I went to 4 events. I went to one on Thursday. We went out on Friday, not gourmet related. I went 2 yesterday, which is Saturday, and 1 today, which is Sunday.
Damn.
Yeah.
You had 4 Chicago Gourmet?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dario went to 0 because he had to work.
4 was
Because I need
holding on the cameras all weekend. Shit.
You had a wedding, and you had a conference, and you were in Vegas. It was a busy week.
That's right. Right. I was in Vegas this week too.
Yeah.
Damn, I was holding the camera all day. Every day.
Yeah. Well, aren't you grateful?
I'm very grateful. Let me take that tone out my voice.
Yeah. I was gonna say, let's rewind.
Guys, sit up there. Okay.
Okay. All right now.
All right.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Play me if you want to, little ass.
Damn.
Oh man. Yeah.
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 But that's what our week was.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Yeah. Are you talking to me or the
I'm
people?
talking to the people.
Okay. Because I was about to be like,
you said we
yeah.
just talked about it.
Yeah, it was this was a long one.
It was. That's what
She said. Hold on.
Was a long one.
That's what she said.
I got to get this button closer so that I could be on it. I feel like I'm not.
That's also what she said.
That's what she said.
It's very important to be right on it.
It is.
You know, you got to get right on the button.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not right on it. You could be doing whatever and it don't even matter. It's a tip out there for anyone listening.
That's what she said. No, you got a motherfucker calling a damn. Hey, there's that tip. I was listening. Get out of here.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we got the sexual innuendos out the way.
How do you pronounce that?
Innuendos.
Yeah, that always throws me off.
Yeah.
Innuendos.
Yeah.
You know what else? What other word throws me off?
What?
Phenomenon.
Why'd that throw you off?
Because what's the plural?
Phenomenons.
No.
Phenomenons.
It's not.
What is it? Phenomeni? Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What is it? It is phenomenons.
It's not. Look it up.
Hold on. All right. Well, got to go to the computer. Let's see. Yeah. Y'all, what y'all think it is? Is it phenomenon or phenomenons?
No, and it's just you and me that don't know.
First of all, I think you got to spell this shit.
PH.
Nah, look. Phenomenons.
That's so long. What's the plural? Look up plural.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because
is it a single phenomenon and multiple phenomena?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah,
Damn.
that always confuses me.
Wow, that's random ass shit.
It's not.
There was a movie called Phenomena in 1985.
I guess. I wasn't born yet, so I wouldn't know.
Wow, that
It's
seems like
a scary movie.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of dope to kind of look at. Nah, not really. 1985. No.
Some of your favorite movies.
Hey,
from
the
80s.
director was Dario.
Really?
Yeah, Dario Argento. Hold on. Wow.
Some of your
Daria starred in it. She was a star. What the fuck is going? What is this? I might want to watch this now. Support my people.
It's a creepy movie. Get it off the screen. It's like murder and stuff.
Okay. You scared?
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, let's get into this episode. Today we're talking about Peerless Confection Company.
Let's get it.
And this is actually a fun one. I was about town and I came across this little park that looked it's not like a city park. It was it's on the corner of a four-way.
Okay.
And there was kind of it's not a gazebo, but like a wooden structure that doesn't have a roof. I don't know what you would call that. It's just
wooden structure.
Four pillars and like four connecting making a square on top, but it's not covered. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just it's
it's
that box from SpongeBob. It's an imaginary box.
Yeah. Yes. The imagination box.
The imagination box. That's what that is.
No, but the imagination box had a ceiling. This one.
Oh, that's right. It did because they closed the lid.
Yeah, it's literally just like four wooden columns that have that, and then like a wooden square above it. But it's not covered. I don't know. Why is that so hard to describe? What's the word for that?
I mean, you describe. I don't know. Is there a word for it?
I'm sure.
A roofless house.
It's not even. There's no doors.
Well.
Anyway, it's super cute, and it's something that people keep up. It's not like a random park. Like there's flowers, there's pots, it's paved, there's benches. It's really cute, but it's on like a small corner. And I've seen it a couple times, and I've actually marked it on my map because sometimes I like to go there and see what they're doing for the season. Right?
Yeah.
They decorate it for different things.
So you've been seeing this?
I have been, but I've never actually read the plaque that's there. No, I've paid attention. I've just never read the plaque. It's a very peaceful little garden.
I ain't paying attention if you ain't never read the plaque.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I never paid attention to the written format of what's in that in the garden. But the other day I decided I'm gonna read the plaque.
Pay attention.
I decided I wanted to pay attention, and I was kind of introduced to something. And here's the thing: you're going to realize why. Like you might have also never heard of this company, even though it was huge when it existed. I don't know how to. I do have a picture. This is the structure. I know this is an audio.
Oh, that's a gazebo.
No, because it's not covered.
No, it's like, damn, what is that called?
How do you call that?
That's an awning?
No. I don't know.
What is that?
You know what? I'll post the picture on our Instagram.
And then have people vote on it? What is this called?
What is this? What is this called? Because I don't know what you would call it. But anyway, the plaque said that this is in dedication to a White Castle that once stood here and was home to like candy or something like that. I mean, this is me paraphrasing. And I was like, a White Castle?
Like a damn
A White Palace. A White Palace home to candy. I was like, and then it said Peerless Confection Company. And I was like, I've never heard of Peerless Confection. Like that just did not ring a bell.
No, I ain't never heard of that.
So I did a little research and I was like, let's do an episode on it. I feel like that would be an interesting episode. And to start off, this is to give you an idea of where we are. The exact address is, and it took up this entire corner. So it took up the entire block. I'm sorry. But this is 2701 North Lakewood Avenue, kind of like in part of Lakeview that's near DePaul.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
You're kind of not too close to DePaul, kind of like adjacent.
Yeah,
That's like
there.
the largest thing that I can think of that's near there. And so on that corner was Peerless Confection Company, and then across the street was Wonder Bread, which I also did not know. Isn't that interesting?
Wow. Wait, Wonder Bread's main place?
Yeah, was
That's
right across
crazy.
the street. Yep. And
They use the same train? Oops, I'm giving it away.
Yep, don't give it away.
Okay, sorry. I did see that.
Yeah. So in 1914, George Ingle-King and two other men founded Peerless, and it kind of became what it was in 1924. It really took off. Now, if you've listened to some of our episodes that are about food history, you would remember that Chicago was kind of the candy capital of the United States.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
And so it was, I wouldn't say like the Western Hemisphere because Brazil was huge on candy, and I found out it was because in the 20s, or in later actually, I'm sorry, in the 80s, a pound of sugar in Brazil was 6 cents, and in Chicago was 26 cents.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So and
8
we'll
times
get
the
to
amount.
we'll get to that later. But yeah. So Chicago was huge, and even from its inception, sugar played a huge part in kind of like the development of Chicago as a city. And go back and check out the episode that we did with the professor from DePaul. His name is Howard, and he talks a little bit about that at kind of like the 19th century, 20th century time period. So check that out. Excuse me, but. They were around for 93 years. They closed down in 2007. But basically, this company kind of was a hidden gem. It really, like, not a lot of people knew what it was, even though it was a giant.
Yeah.
It was one of the top in the country that made hard candy. So they exclusively made hard candy.
So and they exported around the country,
the world.
The world.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you things that they made that you've had under other labels that you would not have figured out that they invented.
Wow, Werther's.
Yeah. Well, let's.
Oh, really?
No, let's hold on.
Okay, yeah, I was like, damn.
So they basically were kind of like. It's funny that their building was white and they were labeled the White Palace is because they had no label. None of the candy that they made was ever labeled as Peerless. Some stuff did. It was like the Peerless made candy, but most of their stuff they sold to other candy stores. So they would make candy and they would sell it to like chocolatiers that also wanted to sell hard candy. And they came about as that's all they wanted to. They only wanted.
So
to
they just wanted to make it and then have somebody else.
Yes.
Take it. I bet you box candy is one of them.
I mean, possibly. I'm gonna name some of them. I recognize some of them, but not all. So you might recognize some stuff too.
It's your old ass.
I mean, no, I just didn't grow up here, so I wasn't eating this candy. They produced about 15 million pounds of hard candy a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and
is that a lot? I know, like
15 million pounds.
I feel like
that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, they did between they did between 40 to 100,000 pounds of candy each day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what is Tootsie Roll doing?
Depending on the season.
Because Tootsie Roll be moving and shaking too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they be going crazy.
They do. But this is the thing. The thing is they only did. Even though they only did hard candy, they actually did about 200 different shapes, flavors, and fillings. And so I read an article about from the Tribune about them in the 80s, and they say that when you go into their factory, there's like it feels like you're going into Willy Wonka because there's rooms of like these different flavors and like different combinations of things, and it was kind of like
trying stuff out.
They were super revolutionary in like the kinds of flavors that they would do. They were very adventurous. They described themselves as a company that went by instinct. So like they would develop flavors not because of like something was like popular in the market. They did, of course, but like they would come up with odd flavors because they felt like it would do well, basically. Yeah. And they tested everything internally. So their test market was their employees.
People like a good gimmick though.
They do like a good gimmick.
I got with a gimmick.
Yeah, they had fruit filled candy, jelly filled candy.
That's not even a gimmick.
Yeah.
But back in the day that was.
Right. And their employees were the ones that would try the candy and kind of be like yes or no. And most of their employees were actually shareholders, so they had a stake in the company.
I guess okay.
And think of like this is like the 20s, 30s, you know what I mean? Like at a time where people were like, "Can we please get a day off?" You know what I mean?
Right.
So like they were really doing. I mean, it was family owned for 93 years. It started with what's his name, George Engelking, and then it just stayed. I think it was like 3 or 4 generations only, or 3 generations that owned it before it closed down.
Wow,
so
that's
it was
pretty good.
Yeah, it was super impressive. And people that worked there, I was reading that. I was reading from people that worked there that talked about it when it closed, and they said that, or the guy that was the last kind of like president of the company said, he hands out 25th year anniversary gold watches at least twice a year.
Yeah, that people
So,
stayed there that long?
yeah.
There's that many people?
Right.
Damn.
That stayed there their entire careers. People would, and that's really what they wanted. They wanted people with a great amount of knowledge that
Make that recipe.
right, and
over and over.
they became masters of it. And when you have so many recipes, you need people that master that
Right.
one specific
Right.
recipe and just keep doing it so well. They obviously, oh, actually, let's name some of the stuff that they made.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
So, do you know what mint Starlight Kisses are?
No.
Do you know the white mint candy that had red stripes in it?
That's what that's called?
Yeah.
They made that?
They made that.
Get the hell out of here.
They made butterscotch buttons,
What?
sour cherries,
I don't know. I don't think I ever had them.
root beer barrels.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The plastic joints?
Yep.
With the little wax joints? What?
They made peanut butter balls,
I don't think I ever had that, but I would.
chocolate straws, strawberry bonbons,
Oh, yeah.
Yule toys. They made old-fashioned cut rock candy. And they would cut different shapes into the middle of each piece. And so you had like flowers and butterflies and stuff like that. And people, these were the kinds of candy that you would walk into a candy store and there would be no label. You would kind of like
Penny
scoop.
candy.
Yeah.
That's the penny candy. Yeah.
You would kind of like scoop them up and put them in a bag. And so people always thought that, oh, I'm buying whatever this candy person is selling me. But
Right.
actually these stores got them from...
Yo, so
yeah.
that's anybody. I don't know. I'm sure hoods around the city was around the country was doing this, but I tell you all the time. We used to go over to my grandma had a penny candy crib right across the street, and so we used to go over there. You take $1, you get 100 pieces of candy, and it was all that random shit. That was Peerless.
I don't know if it was like, I don't know what kind of candy that was. So
It had to
I
be
can't
because
say
it was
for sure.
it was the peppermints in there for sure. The root beer little pop things. You used to bite the
Yeah.
lid off of them bad boys, spit that out, and then just squeeze the juice.
Yeah.
Just
They had about
all bad.
they had about 10,000 retailers around the country. So think of like how
Most
many
of them was in the
retailers. Well, no. I mean, companies would buy their product and put their label on it and
Yeah.
resell it.
I wonder. So who are the companies that were
I
buying?
mean, think of like that white candy with the mint on it.
Yeah.
I want to say that's.
Ain't that's peppermint?
I mean, so many brands.
Do that now.
I think like Russell. What is it called? Russell Stover.
Oh, really?
Starlight, yeah. Those kinds of like all those brands.
they made that. That's
They made
wild.
that, yeah.
That was here in Chicago.
Yeah.
My mind is blown.
Yeah. One cool thing that I found out. So like that area that they're in, that there was one of the things that they were involved in was the close down of the north branch of the Milwaukee, Chicago and Evanston line, or what used to be the Chicago and Evanston line. So Wonder Bread and Peerless were the last two companies, and Peerless more specifically was the actual last one that was using that train that would bring in sugar. And I actually found YouTube videos from like the 80s and the 90s of the trains coming in. It wasn't as residential as it is now, but it was a ton of like factories and stuff around that area. And now that train track is still there. It's on Lockwood, and it ends at a dead end. And it goes into a residential complex. But that is the train that carried. I mean, it kind of kept that line in business until they shut down.
I ain't gonna lie, you kind of sexy. I'm sorry.
We're online.
I know. I just, sometimes when you be like, I do this a lot. I talk a lot, and I'm just sitting here looking. I'm like, y'all, boy, she got these glasses on.
Stop it.
She got this little teacher about the little bun.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, so Peerless was the last remaining customer on the north part of the Milwaukee and Chicago Evanston line. And actually, at one point, there was a mall that wanted, or a grocery store that wanted to open in that area. and they wanted to shut down that line, and they were like, we need to shut it down because it's going through our property of where we want to put this grocery store. And that grocery store closed after 55 years, so it was actually open for a while. And Peerless said, no, we use that line, you can't shut it down. And
Wait, how did they sell the property of a train track that's going through?
I don't know. I don't know. But
like,
Harold Washington is the one that said, no, you actually cannot shut this train down. And he kept it going for them.
let's go.
Yeah. And so they built they kind of came up with this concept of building this a grocery store where the train went through the parking lot.
Oh, that's horrible, man. Imagine trying to back out and you got a train with no rear view
I
camera.
know. It's no side mirrors.
No
sometimes.
side mirrors.
I mean,
Yeah.
so you know the car my grandfather had in the early 2000s or like late 90s didn't have a rear view mirror.
Damn.
Oh no, it had
Side-
a rear view mirror. It didn't have side mirrors. Isn't that crazy? It was a Nissan.
That's why people be ducking and turning their head around
Yeah,
when
for
they.
real.
I still do that from time to time.
But unfortunately, like the development of candy in the United States kind of started decreasing. A lot of companies started going offshore, so it was cheaper to produce candy in Brazil than it is to do it in Chicago, for example. In the 80s, there was about 20 companies nationwide that made hard candy. In 1995, there were about 10,000 employed people by candy companies. In 2004, there was 5,400. So
Damn.
just less than 10
Half.
years. Yep. So, in 2007, they basically came out with a statement and said, we have to close down because our only options are to either take our business offshore or kind of like reduce the quality of our product. And we don't want to do either one of those things. We want to keep the integrity of our reputation, and our only option is to close down.
Damn.
I know.
So they was just like, we ain't going.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah. And it was, they went 2007. They
Right.
closed down.
I know.
And it was really sad. At that point, they had about 80 employees. I think at their height, they had 135 employees. And so a lot of people, they were notified months and months in advance of the closure. But a lot of people were really sad. I read
that's
messages
crazy.
from the employees that were there, and people were like, I can't believe that I don't get to work here anymore.
Yeah.
This is my whole life. That people moved to that area
To be closer to work.
to be closer to work. So, it started becoming residential because Peerless was right there. And some people said that they closed down because they got a huge offer to build luxury condos in its place.
And that wasn't the case, huh?
I mean,
or
not according to their press release, but some people were saying that I bet you they were offered a ton of money because that entire block then was turned into luxury condos.
Yeah, that shit nice down there now.
Yeah, it is. It is really nice now. And at the time when they were there, I think I saw a 4-bedroom apartment would cost $200,000. Now you probably
$2 million.
Yeah, close to $2 million. And so, in 2007 they were and then it's funny because the apartments were done by 2008. I think they started building in 2008, and it's like the
we
market
closed down,
collapsed.
and then all of a sudden,
But the market crashed, and it was kind of, people were like, I wonder what happened to those development. They're developed now. Obviously, people live there, but it was kind of nice to see that little park there, and in memory of this giant that kind of never really existed as a face. You know what I mean? They never had a name.
That's
they
so
did so much
crazy.
stuff in the background, and people don't know them because.
I was gonna say, how many other things in Chicago is like that?
Right.
Because if
Yeah.
one did it, there
Right.
must have been another.
Yeah, they were the largest in the. Well, they were hard candy specifically, and another reason they mentioned was because people weren't buying hard candy anymore. It was just
Man,
not.
that shit kind of tough, man.
Well, they said
Cracking your teeth
the
and shit.
hard candy is for our 50 plus customers that are kind of nostalgic for their grandparents from the 20s and
Yeah.
whatever. But they said the new kids want an activity, something to do when they eat candy. So they want a chocolate bar, or they want the lollipop that you the Pop Rockets.
Oh yeah.
Pop
I mean,
Rocks.
but we still got Jawbreakers.
Right, but that's
Hey,
not the same.
Jawbreaker, you have-
Jawbreaker is an activity.
That is a goddamn activity.
Yeah. And so, but what I find kind of interesting is, I mean, I don't know if anyone is like chronically online like I am, but I scroll through TikTok all the time, and I see these videos of these like 100-year-old hard candy stores that make hard candy in front of people, and like a crowd will come and watch this man like make hard candy, and they just like love to watch it, and people are like go viral for doing hard candy art like at their candy shops. So it almost kind of makes me sad to think that like obviously
How
this
much
was
the world has changed.
Yeah, well, had they waited like I don't know
10 years.
15 years,
Yeah.
maybe they would have, so it just I mean, at the time, it just wasn't worth it for them, I guess, anymore. But
You go 93, 94 years. Yeah, we call it one.
you think?
I mean, I know it'd be hard to do, but like,
they were an institution, I feel like, and they were super.
think about that. Think about that though. You probably in your feelings, thinking that that
No one wants.
nobody wants the candy anymore. The decline is there.
Yeah.
Then you got this building
No,
company
I agree,
breathing
yeah.
down your neck. You probably like, man, I'm done. I'm trying my best out here.
Right.
And that is sad.
It is. It kind of made me sad reading their like final press release. I actually paid Tribune $1, unfortunately, to get these magazines. Magazine
Tribune needs to
newspaper.
stop that, man.
Tribune needs to go to hell.
Come on now, man. Come on now.
$1 for a year.
I mean, I know. I mean, we.
But here's the thing: after the year is over, it's $5.99 a month.
I just want to be like, where Robert McCormick at?
You know,
Help figure this out. That's
take money from the government. Give me my press for free.
you know what I'm saying, right?
Aren't you a nonprofit?
No, they're not.
They not?
I think they for profit.
Oh,
I mean, they own the Cubs at one point.
that doesn't mean anything.
That's gotta,
Rolex was a nonprofit.
Rolex still a nonprofit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Y'all.
Anything can be a. Listen, if you're starting a business, start a nonprofit. There you go. Business advice: start a nonprofit.
Hey, y'all. When I realized
Don't start a for-profit.
yeah, when I realized that, I was like, bro,
Yeah.
they're a nonprofit.
I mean, most things are a nonprofit.
Like Rolex is a nonprofit.
the Art Institute is a nonprofit.
I mean, but that's different. That's
How?
a
It's a museum that charges $50 for you to go inside.
institution in the city. You get that. Like most cities gonna have that. You know what I mean? Like that ain't as surprising as.
Listen, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would just say start a nonprofit instead.
Let me find out. Audemars Piguet is Matter of fact, let's see.
Wait.
While we live,
what are you looking up?
Audemars.
Oh,
I don't know how to spell it. I'm
this
about to
is
get. I'm about to try to get close to see if God gonna handle the rest.
That's what she said.
Audemars. Okay. I only missed one letter. I missed a couple letters.
Damn.
All right, let's see. We trying to see if they nonprofit. You got to scroll to the bottom of it. There you go.
Okay.
Let's see. Scroll
Do
to the
you have
bottom.
to?
Yeah, that's where they gonna have all that information.
What do you have? Here are our taxes?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. They disclaim that they're a nonprofit.
Just Google it.
No. I want to do
Don't be
this.
old. Just Google it.
Freak.
No, it's not going to be in the frequently asked questions.
No, ain't nobody asked. Are y'all nonprofit?
No, absolutely not.
All right, here we go.
Is
Audemars Piguet. Is it Piguet? Piguet? How do you say that? Let's see.
I hate pronouncing things online.
Yeah, for real, this is what did
I'm
I
actually
say?
also really bad at spelling. So it's a horrible combo.
Damn,
Are they?
I don't think so.
Well, it probably
They
is.
got a foundation.
Probably is. You can look up on the IRS website, not the IRS website, but that website and see how they filed.
Yeah, let's.
Unless they're like a publicly traded company.
Damn,
Damn, they do a lot of
for real.
charity.
Right?
That means they're. I don't know.
It might be.
Maybe. Anyway,
All right, y'all.
unrelated.
that was a tangent like a mother.
Yeah, for real. And also at the end of the episode. Anyway,
People left already.
for real. All three of you that are left back here.
Hey, we had a good day a couple days ago. Shit.
Yeah. Anyway, if you did enjoy this episode, go ahead and send it to someone you love. It is the best way to support us. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. I forgot to mention it at the top of the episode.
That shit lit.
Damn. And you'll learn a little bit more in the newsletter, probably about candy. So it'll be different than this episode, but you'll get more information there.
Yeah, buddy.
And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Forgot, huh?
I forgot. I was gonna say Thursday, and then I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. We'll see you when we see ya. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy. Or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.